Boom. Welcome back again. Fred here. Today I'm going to talk about the book called Children of Time from Adrian Tchaikovsky. I have mentioned this book once before in a video, very briefly. I didn't say a lot about it. I just looked a little bit at my books and I decided, no, I have to address this book a little bit more. Normally I only make videos, long videos about non-fiction books, but this is a fiction book, Children of Time. And the first front page review is the smartest evolutionary world building book you'll ever read. And that's actually exactly what this book is about. Normally I hate these front book reviews because they're always so stupid. For example, from the Roman book that I read, there's one book review that said, oh, if this author was alive during the Roman time, then the Roman empire would still be here. And then I just think like, that's just such a silly comment. Please don't make that. It doesn't make sense. Just don't do it. But here, the smartest evolutionary world building book does make a lot of sense. So let's get into this book. I saw that 50% of the people who watch this video have not subscribed yet. I saw in the stats half of you watch the video haven't subscribed yet. So make sure to subscribe. What's very interesting to me about a fiction book like this, that's about, first of all, it's about the future of the human race. It's this classic scenario where there's this one big spaceship that was going away from Earth because the Earth was getting destroyed, and now they are in a faraway galaxy, have to start over again. And how is that gonna go? Well, it's not just about that, because there are lots of stories about it. But what this book really does is it takes a completely different angle to new life. Completely different. I'm not going to spoil in what way, because you really have to read it for yourself. It's crazy. When there are like 2 or 3 storylines in this book, and in the beginning you're trying to understand what is what and who is who. And what I'm going to say is it's not just about humans, it's also about different species, let's say it like that. And to understand how it works, how it evolves, how it operates. And I always like this idea that, you know, there's something in us as humans that makes us destroy things. Also, with the end of the world, should we even inhabit other planets? Well, it might be in our human nature to destroy. Should we even bother to move to other planets? Because we might just give the same fate to this new planet. Things like that are very interesting to me to talk about, because I think those are questions we should ask ourselves before we inhabit new planets. Is it a good move? From an evolutionary perspective, you might say yes, because as long as the human race survives, we might develop new traits, etc. You might also say no, we are very destructive in nature, and therefore we shouldn't. For me, that's a very interesting thing to think about, and this book really tackles that. And what I love about this book is, you can see it's quite thick. Oh, quite thick. What is it? It's 600 pages, but the pages are not crazy. Here you can see it. It's not super small letters and everything. I can only say good things about it. It's a real page turner. You just want to keep reading. What I always did is, when I read this book, I always started my day with reading, because I woke up, I just maybe even read an hour, because it was so damn good, and I just couldn't leave it. I just couldn't leave this book behind. And it's really interesting if you are a little bit interested in evolution, in, you know, this question of, should humanity even decide to go to different planets? What might other intelligent life look like? How is everything interacting with each other? It's crazy interesting. By the way, it's also the winner of the Science Fiction Book of the Year award. So it is definitely not just a random book, but it's an award winner. Yeah. I don't want to spoil anything. That's the problem with fiction. I cannot talk about everything in the book, because then there's nothing left to read. But I really hope that you like this idea. What I also want to say is, please follow me on Goodreads. Download the Goodreads app. I have made a video about it before. Check it out, because I've seen that quite some of you have followed me, and it's so interesting to me to see what your reading challenge is like, how many books you want to read, what kind of books you want to read. We can see what the other is reading, what they like about the book, what they didn't. So it's quite, you know, that's what I was looking for, something to interact with you. So I'm very happy that you followed me, but if you haven't done so, please do so. And as always, stay positive, be happy. Fred out. Boop. Is that a little bit weird? I don't know.